Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jennifer, but I do go by Jen for short. So we are going to be doing my nails today. I apologize, I've had to be away for a minute. Just a lot of things going on. So I wanted to do something fun today. And I had seen a picture on Facebook that Pretty Fingers by Robin had posted, and I loved the base color she used. And she did a collab with Victorian varnish with some polishes, and I thought that was the polish that she was wearing in the picture, but long story short, I realized later it was a different polish. However, the one she did for the collab will still work just fine. It's still really pretty. So that's what we're going to work with today, and this will be my first time to ever try Victorian varnish. I've tried lately to get some different brands just to try, but don't worry, I'm still Dollar Tree polish girl, Walmart polish girl, cheap polish. I just wanted to try a little bit of different things here and there. So this is called Graveyard Shift for her Boo in June collab with them. It is a solar. It turns kind of like a purpley color. I can show you a picture here in a minute, but it is a lime green base with some purple flakies, green flakies, black flakies, and there's some shimmer in there, maybe some blue flakies as well. And I'm basing the description off of what I'm seeing. I'm not reading anything, so what I'm saying may be a little bit off, but that's just what I can see in person. So it's really pretty. So because it was her Boo in June collab, I was trying to think, what do I want to do? So I said, oh, we're going to do something fun today. And I'm super excited because we're going to do character nails, and Sis loves character nails. So I thought it'd be a perfect time to do Scooby Doo nails. Super fun, right? So I'm going to put this on first. I'll do my thumb with you and the rest off camera. So I'll show it to you right there. Okay. Ooh, I almost made it drip off. So the flakies are showing up. The rest is just a pink sheer, not much, but I definitely will build this up because I like that look personally. Okay. Okay, real quick, I'm finding on these two, if I do like a quick little swipe, it kind of picks up a little bit more opaqueness. So I was just going to mention that if you were wondering. Actually, I should have said for your information, because you may not have been wondering. I don't know. But this is one coat. I missed I didn't miss a spot, but it didn't get so much right there. But I will tend it. Okay, so I'm definitely going to do one more coat. I'll probably stop there. Okay, I'm going to show you really quick. 2 coats versus 1 coat. And I'm good with the 2. Okay, and let me show you real quick on the website what it will look like, the solar part. So it's kind of got that purple lean. Also, it did take a little bit for it to dry. So if you use it, give yourself time to be able to let that dry. Alright, so the plate. I've had this for a long time, waited to use it. I kept putting it off per usual. So this is MoU London, but I'd got it when they were doing their sale on their plates, because I guess they're not doing plates anymore. Okay, so definitely going to get the characters. have to have the mystery van, and I have to have our little friend Scrappy. So I'm just I'll probably add a couple little things, but I'm definitely gonna get those. Okay, and I'm gonna use Maniology's straight up black B171. Alright, I'm gonna Thelma first. I'm gonna try to not have to clean up in between each one. Great pickup. Okay, and Shaggy. Uh-oh, got some on Scooby. I'll have to get that. Oh, that's another good pickup. I'm always excited when they pick up really well on the first try. And the star, Scooby. I did have to clean up where I got on him so I could get all of him picked up. And Daphne. Now I'll get those extra pieces off after. And Fred. I saw somewhere, or read somewhere, that they're coming out with another movie for Scooby. Okay, on this one, I'm going to try to get the mystery van and Scrappy on the same stamper, so I don't have to go pull out another one. But we'll see if it'll fit. Okay, I'll let that sit to dry a second. Sometimes I feel like that will help with trying to get two on there. I'm trying to get some of that off. I didn't mean to get that much on there. But we'll see. Oh yay, got him. And every single one of those picked up nicely first try. Okay, I have to ask, who remembers Scooby? Let's see, Scooby Dum and Scooby Dee, these two? Those were some of my favorites too. I had to look. So Scooby Dum was Scooby Doo's cousin. So I gotta go see what the other one was. Okay, so this says Scooby Dee was Scooby Doo's cousin as well. And I kind of was thinking that, but at the same time I was thinking they liked her, which makes it kind of weird. So I don't know. Do you guys remember for sure? That's what this says, but... Okay, so I'm going to start with reverse stamping Thelma. This is the picture I'm using for reference, just so I can get the color tones as close as possible. I think what I'm going to do first is go through all of them with Maniology's Skin Deep B325 and go ahead and get that part out of the way, and then we can get to other, like the rest of them. So I'll do this portion of Thelma with you, and the rest I'll do off camera because they're all going to be the same. Okay, so I will mention, if you're new here, I will use my stamping polishes on my own nails, and then on my nail tips I'll use my cheap polishes just to save on cost. Okay. You know what? I was like, what the world? Why is Shaggy's arms so long? I don't remember that. Okay, for her shirt and socks, I'm gonna go with Maniology's Twisted Patch B560. Her shirt looks kind of like an orangey yellow, and I think this is kind of gonna be the closest I have, so it's probably not gonna be exact, but that's okay. Sometimes you just work with what you got, and I could like mix something, but I think I'm just not gonna worry about it. I hope you're all doing all right. I'm trying to remember her shoes. Okay, so her skirt and shoes are kind of like a darker red tone. So also her socks poke through a little bit on the bottom portion of her shoe, so I did go ahead and do that one. So for the rest, I will use Maniology's Red Sea B199. Again, my sticker's missing, so I had to do that myself. But actually this color matches her shirt quite well. And I'll show you the comparison in just a minute, or after I've finished it. So I don't want to shear this out so that it's more close to her color. Well, I get too much and then I don't get enough. Okay, for her hair color, I'm going to go to Maniology's Teatime B525. And I've just touched my brush to the polish brush. You know, actually, look, the picture, Shaggy's arms are extra long. I just realized that. Okay, let's compare her. Okay, for Shaggy's shirt, I'm going to go with Maniology Evergreen B315. They don't have that color no more. An alternative would be Rind. Hopefully I should have enough to do the shirt. I loved Scooby Doo cartoons when I was little, and I always really loved Inspector Gadget too. And there was one that was like called something about some koalas, but I don't remember the name, and I really don't ever hear about it. And I know I didn't imagine it. Okay, for Shaggy's pants, I'm going to go to Maniology's Annato Clay B196. And then his shoes are a dark tone, so I'll just grab something else and do that one off camera. Alright, I just did Acorn, Maniology's Acorn for the shoes. So for his hair, his is a little bit lighter than Thelma's, so I'm going to use Maniology's Caramel B353 also. Sis has always said caramel, but over the recent years I've kind of figured out it was probably caramel. I don't know. I mean, that's how it looks like it's spelled. But the other day I did hear somebody say caramel, so I don't know. I guess it just depends on where you're born, or like raised, used to hearing it. Okay, so let's compare Shaggy. Okay, for Daphne's scarf, I'm going to stick with Evergreen. Okay, for her headband, the lines on her dress, and her shoes, I'm going to go to Maniology's Bliss B518. And I am concentrating, so I do get quiet. Okay, and her hair has a bit of a red tone. This is the closest I could find was Maniology's Grateful B484. It's kind of like a brownie red tone. That bottle was stuck closed, but I finally got it. But I was gonna mention, if that ever happens to you and you can't get it open, what I'll do is use my dish gloves because the rubber grasps it and helps it open. Also, I feel like, I don't know, like what is happening with the time? I feel like I'll go to sleep, I wake up and a week is gone. Like, it's so weird. I mean, it's always gone fast, but I feel like it's going extra fast. Okay, for the rest of her dress, I'm going to go to Maniology's Roller Skates B557. It looked like something was in there. I was trying to find it. Also, I'm like in a kind of, I don't know, I guess a off kind of mood, but just because of life things. I hate that feeling. Oh, now I'm confused. Is that part of her dress or is that her, I think that's a space. It's drying quite fast. I had to get a little more polish, so I just finished that part off camera. So let's compare Daphne. Okay, Fred's hair. We're going to do Maniology's Boo-gie Knots B522 because it is a light blonde. Okay, I'm going to go to Caramel for his scarf and shoes. Okay, for his pants and kind of like, they're supposed to be like a collar of his shirt. I think I accidentally covered it. I'm going to try to put a little bit though. We're going to do Maniology Surfrider B379. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. Is it hot where you're at? Because it is hot here, which is no surprise. But it's so hot you just really can't do anything out. Unless you like do super early or super late. Okay, and I finished that little piece at the bottom because I had to get a little more polish. And there's polishes everywhere today. Okay, so for his shirt, we will do Maniology Bam Watt B170. And it's sort of just, I don't know, fun to reminisce back on when you're little. I mean, I understand sometimes not for everybody. I know things do happen, and I'm totally aware of that. But for remembering back for what should be, you know, good and innocent times. Alright, let's compare Fred. I apologize for any dog hair or mess on my phone. Okay, I see a little piece oh no, that's something on my stamper. I thought that was on his pants. Okay. Okay, Scooby Doo. So for his collar, I'm just going to go in with the same blue I used with Surfrider, instead of pulling in a whole nother blue just for his collar. Okay, so the thing on, what am I trying to, what's it called? I'm blank. The thing that hangs on his collar, it should be gold, but it's colored in. It was a solid on here, so it's already colored in. And his face is so squished up that I can't really see anything to do his eye area, or really even his ear, except for the brown portion. So like his eyes, if I was going to add any white, or his ears, add any kind of like lighter tone. I don't think I'm going to mess with it because I can't really see. So for the rest of him, I'm pulling in Maniology's Cookie Crumbs B538. And also his little spots are pretty much filled in what does show, but there's not much. It's only one on each side that shows. I hope you could see what I was doing. I just realized I tilted it up quite a bit to where you might not have been able to see. Okay, so Scooby. Okay, so there's a Scrappy. He's so little. He has a blue collar as well, and he's pretty much the same color as his uncle Scooby. So basically, I'm just going to match him to Scooby. Okay, I just got a bunch to plop on here. Actually, I can see his little eyes. I need to leave those if I can. Okay, there's Scrappy. Then we'll flip to the mystery van. Okay, I got this picture for reference. Brings back lots of memories. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do where it says the mystery machine and the two flowers in Grateful. Okay, I'm going to finish the other one off camera. Okay, so this section and right around the lettering is green. So I've pulled in Maniology's Sour Apple B378. Okay, I was still looking at the picture to make sure I get the front part the way it's supposed to be. So I gave the writing plenty of time to dry, so I can go ahead and just plop this on. Okay, went ahead and did the tires with acorn. They are supposed to have a little bit of green and a little bit of that tone that the lettering has, but they're like solid with on the from the pickup. I'm trying to show you right there. So I really couldn't color that part in anyway, and they're supposed to be like a light gray, but I'm just went ahead to use acorn. And then all the rest of it's blue. I'm going to just continue with this blue, except for the window. So the rest of it is going to be placing images, and if I add any little extra things, which I do have a couple things I'm going to add. And real quick, for the window is going to be Candy Mayo 932. I just like to do a sheen on the on windows. Sometimes it'll show up, sometimes not. Just depends on the base color. But just in case. Alright, we'll compare it. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm pulling in this other stamper I already had over here. I just realized that it was over there. I think I'm going to, for some of the nails, I'm going to add this for a background. And I'm going to use Grateful, Maniology's Grateful to do so, to kind of finish the Scooby Doo vibe. And then I'll add my little extra things. Because I was kind of thinking to do the color that kind of matches the van, because when I was looking at the pictures, it does have like this color tone for different like little flower things. So let's just do that. Let's see. I hope it's gonna fit. Guess we'll just get what we can. I could always re-pick up if I need to add any. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I wasn't even on the thing. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do that on the character nails and be back. Okay, so I did change my mind and I went back over them in purple. So that was the roller skates. Okay, so before I add the extras, I'm going to go ahead and apply the character. So I used my Smudge Free top coat. It's already been sitting there, so I could go ahead and apply. Okay, Shaggy's long, so he barely fits. And I was trying to think, I wonder if I should have maybe added some white under them to make them show up a little better, but it's okay. Since I used this damping polish, should have helped some. Okay, I'm dumb. I was like, this doesn't sound right. Something's off here. And I just figured out what it was. I don't know where my brain was, but it wasn't here apparently because no, I wasn't supposed to add the smudge free yet. I was supposed to add the sticky base coat, but it still got them on there. But that's not when I was supposed to add it. I'm supposed to add it on top of the images. Okay, so sis is having a moment. So I'm going with the sticky base. I'm going to get the other characters on here. Then we'll go to the next step. I do apologize for the confusion. I'm sure some of you were like, what? That's a my bad. Okay, so we're going to put Daphne on this one. So if you had short nails, you would only be able to fit part of these because I'm even having a hard time. And my nails, of course, aren't extra long, but they're long enough for it to... I would have thought it would fit better, but anyway, okay. So we'll put Fred in the middle. Also, you could, I'll show you here in just a second on the plate. It does have these circle things for the characters. So like those ones, those could fit on short nails. Okay, so I'm going to put the mystery van sideways on this one. Alright, so for the extra bits, I'm going to pick up Scooby Snacks. I'm going to pick up Embalm White first and place it to hopefully help these show up better. Okay. That didn't pick up very good. I'm going to redo that one. Okay, I got it, but I have an extra piece I'm trying to get off. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and grab Scooby Doo here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this one sideways as well. Okay, I'm going to go to Mystery Solved. Typically, a lot of times I do try to pause when I'm trying to get the extras off, but right now I'm not. Oop, that one kind of messed up. Yep, didn't get it all on there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going back over them in the purple. Trying to not have to get too much to clean off because that makes it dry. Okay. And Scooby Doo. And that's the hardest part, is trying to get it lined up. But I did that hoping it would help it to show up a little better. Okay, so I did Mystery Solved off camera. I'm going to take a little brown and color in this Scooby snack. And I just took my brush to do so. I was hoping that would help it to show up a little bit better. Okay, so let me tell you what I've done. Okay, so I added a couple of flowers on either side of Scooby Doo. I then did the smudge-free top coat to protect the images. And then I applied a regular top coat from LA Colors. And then I just put some stuff on my cuticles. So I was trying to decide if I should matte top coat it or leave it shiny, and I just can't decide. This is the first time I've done Scooby Doo nails, and it's been a while since I did character nails or wore them. So I don't know. You can tell me down below if you think it'd be better matte top coated or leave it shiny. And I know I could just try it and see how it looks, but I'm afraid I don't know, I guess I'm afraid it's gonna mess it up somehow. It shouldn't, but I don't know. So this side I wanted to be all like Scooby Doo main things. So the Scooby snack, then the name, his little nephew, and Shaggy's best friend. Then this side, I wanted those to be together with the mystery solved and the mystery machine, because this is a matcher. I like things to go together. It's super fun. So I hope you enjoyed. I do greatly appreciate you watching. I may decide later to mattify them. I'm not sure yet. But you can again let me know down below. I'll list the names of the stamping polishes in the description box, because the plate, they no longer sell the plates, so I do apologize for that. If you're interested in the polishes, my 10% off discount code will be listed as well. So thank you so very much again, and until the next one, have a blessed day, my friends. Bye.